So this was maybe 15 years ago in a walk-up building, and I had met the patient several times. The patient was actually disabled, but was a vet and actually had a number of guns on his person. Yeah.
You'd seen him before.
Oh, yeah. I'd seen him a couple times before, but I had actually felt increasingly uncomfortable going to the home. One, because he's a little bit of a loose cannon. I mean, he wasn't terribly friendly. I wasn't really sure what I was doing there because half the time he wouldn't even let me examine him. I'll never forget the time I went with a medical student. The agenda was we were going to ask him to ensure that his guns were locked away in a cabinet before I came in. And again, I mean, this is a guy who was paraplegic. The apartment was pretty dingy. The door was ajar. I knocked. He said, "Come in." And I said, "I don't want to open it unless I know there's no guns on your person." And he said, "No, there are no guns on my person." And I opened the door, and I remember holding the door open with my foot and saying to the medical student, "You need to just stand behind me," right? I don't have a good feeling about this. But
you put the medical student behind you.
I put this medical student behind me, right? When I walked in, he said he didn't have a gun on his person. I said, "No, you do. You have them. They're in your belt." And he's like, "What? These?" And we took him out and started.
He had two 6-shooters.
And I wasn't sure if I should laugh or I should run. So I said, "Listen, I'm going to be leaving." And he said, "Why? Where are you going?" And he still has guns pointed at me. And I was like, "You know what? I'm out." So we left. But, that I have to say was semi-comical because I knew I could run. I more felt just terrible that I brought a medical student in. I remember thinking, the one thing about visiting doctors and the house call program in general is that it's very isolating. Like you're out there by yourself a lot.